He's Stonebraker and he does stuff, yeah. Feel the hum of the wheels out there. Not perfect, but he dares to dream. Hit that subscribe, make that bell scream.
What is up, YouTube? The date is Saturday, May 3rd, 2025. The time, after spending about a half hour working on the bike, 6:04, and I am on the Mokwheel Basalt 2.0. Before we get started in this very interesting video, it's probably gonna rain, so yeah, hopefully we can at least get a little bit of a ride in before the rain starts. But I had intended to start this video about a half hour ago. So let me tell you why this video has been delayed. So I'm gonna make a very fancy reenactment of what happened. I'm gonna show you that right now. All right, so earlier this week, about like 5 a.m., I was waking up to go to the bathroom. And prior to getting up permanently for work, I randomly thought, hey, it's gonna rain. I wanna make sure that my e-bikes, which, by the way, the tent that I've been using to store my e-bikes in, I've gotten rid of that. So now my bikes are just on my porch underneath my carport. The only bad thing about that is there's parts in that carport on the roof that kind of leak a little bit. And it's not crazy bad. If it starts raining insanely, then yeah, it gets pretty bad and that whole porch can get soaked. So I know there's a few spots that do leak a little bit when you're just getting casual rain. So I wanted to make sure that I had my e-bikes in the spots where I didn't have to worry about them getting any rain dropping on them. So I went out, and I don't know why I decided to do this at like 5 a.m., but I went out and half asleep, pitch darkness, and I walked out my door and I had placed my e-bikes right next to the door because I knew that spot didn't get rained on. So I'm half asleep, and you see in the very fancy reenactment I did right there that as soon as I walked out, I accidentally elbowed the hay bike, and then the hay bike was here, the Basalt was right here. So of course, domino effect, the hay bike went over, landed on the Basalt, and then the Basalt landed over and fell off of the porch. I was half asleep, so I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I thought that was a dream or whatever, but I don't think I did anything. I think I just left them there. And then I woke up, I did my work thing, I got off work, and I'm like, wait a minute, was that a dream or did that really happen? Well, it really happened. So I went out and I checked on the bike, and first thing I thought of is because it landed on the side with the derailleur. Now keep in mind, this is the Mokwheel that I literally just got back a couple weeks ago after not being able to ride it because I had a flat tire. This is the Mokwheel that led me to having a hitch installed on my vehicle, and also led me to buying a bike rack. So this Mokwheel has financially been an enemy of me since I've had it. But I went out there and I took a little ride, and yeah, it was jacked up. So the chain was not on the derailleur. I fixed it, so I was kind of proud of myself, and then I thought, okay, everything else looks okay. The fenders were kind of jacked up, so I had to take the fenders off and put them back on. I got that fixed, and I went out to ride it. Well, I was gonna go out to ride it, but I just never got the time. So all week, I've been trying to find the time to get out on the Basalt and see, did I fix it? I understand with the Derailleur, whatever it's called, that there's the little hand adjustment on the brakes, and then there's a little wire adjustment down there, and then there's the two screws. And I understand that it needs to be like parallel, lined up. So everything looked okay. Well, I went to ride it like 45 minutes ago, and it was not fixed. So gear 1 and gear 6 felt like they were never fully connecting. If you know what I mean, like it was kind of grinding, like it never fully reached its spoke or whatever it is, never got fully on the cassette, and then it would just skip to the other gear. So right away, this is basically some of the same issues I had with the hay bike when I got it. I messed with the derailleur and I thought I had it fixed. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know why I thought I had it fixed. I just started turning stuff and wishful thinking and praying to Lord baby Jesus that everything was gonna be good. And then I went out here and it's not. But in my defense, I think I did get it for the most part fixed. It shifts good, the chain is fine, but gear 1 I fixed, but for some reason it still wants to skip gear 6. So no matter what you do, you pedal into it, you pedal up to it. Let me rephrase that. You shift up to it or you shift down to it, it skips it. So the derailleur still needs adjusted. I'm just thankful that it's absolutely nothing huge as far as I know. It shifts good. Like I'm in 5th gear right now, and I'll show you. We're gonna shift up into 6, and I'm looking down. You guys can't see, but it goes to 7th. So then I shift to 7th, and it does nothing because it's in 7th. But you shift down to 6, again, does absolutely nothing. But we're gonna have to shift down to 5. You hear it shift, no issues. We go to 4, no issues. 3, no issues. 2, and now finally 1, which was giving me issues. No problems. Now let's shift up. 2, 3. This is the most technical video you're ever gonna see me make. Gear 4, 5, and it skips 6 and goes right into 7, and then when we go to 7, it's already there. So I'm glad it just needs a minor adjustment. I was gonna take it back to the bike shop today, but had some stuff going on. Looks like there's still some baseball and softball stuff going on. This has been going on all day today. Hey. I'm not kidding when I say I think there is a hex or a curse on this e-bike. It was so funny because I was so happy both bikes are working. I've got the bike rack, which I want to talk about the bike rack too. And finally, you know, I've been able to enjoy the rides and stuff. And then, of course, sleepy ass Adam. That's my lesson in life. Never get out of bed before 6 a.m., especially to randomly check e-bikes. I don't know what prompted that, but I was lucky. It could have been a lot worse. What do you guys think of my new music into my intro? If you like that, let me know. If you hate it, let me know. If you don't really care, just tell me. I don't really care. But I have discovered the world of AI music. So it was like $10. You get a whole month and you get so many credits. I think it allows you to create like 100 songs. So I discovered that the other day and I'm like, let me see if I could like make something for my channel. But I had to pick like a certain spot because, you know, my channel intro is only 15 seconds. I was going to redo my channel intro, make it longer, but I don't know. I think 15 seconds is sometimes even too long. But hopefully you guys like that. I think it's pretty cool. It kind of like makes the channel look a little bit more personalized and a little bit more professional because God knows my channel needs a lot more professionalism. Man, I see you all the time. Do you live up by 13th Street or? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking of Scotty then.
Scotty, okay.
Yes. I just bought this because that's what he has.
Okay.
But no, that'd be Scotty.
Cool. All right, man. Well, have fun. Yep. I'll have to see what the weather is going to be tomorrow. I had a lot of running and stuff to do this afternoon. Whenever I have running and stuff to do, I always say like, all right, I'm going to get up at this time. I'm going to go do this. I'll be back at this time. But no, I very delayed on the things I do. So I left about an hour and a half later than what I wanted to. And I ended up spending like about another hour running errands and doing some other stuff. So I had to buy some bungee cords for the Kravit e-bike, which by the way, still really good. I really like it. There are a few small things that I can see are probably going to be annoying as time goes on. So those vertical posts that stand up like this and that you connect to the seat, when you have it pushed up, when you don't have a bike on it and you don't have the rack like this, when you have it pushed up against your car, those poles hang like this. And whenever you're driving, like if you stop, if you stop quickly or something, those poles move forward. So they kind of hit the back of your vehicle. Now, it's not like it's a head-on collision or anything like that, but it's just really annoying. So I saw a video of another guy that had the rack, and he did a small little review on it. And he kept those poles, the poles that you put on the pole. So we're talking a lot of poles. The things that you put on the pole that connects to the bike, he kept those on there and tightened them. And he said, oh, that stops them from moving. I did that, and like it didn't really do much. So I bought a couple bungee cables. I'm sure when I get towards the end of the ride back to the apartment, I'll show you, just to kind of keep them where it's not moving forward and backwards. And it just seemed like it was only one of them that was really doing it bad. The others seemed fine, so I'm not entirely for sure what's going on with that. But yeah, absolutely thrilled with how it works. I'm gonna take some days off in June. I'm gonna try to take 3 days off in June to, actually take the bike somewhere. There's a couple places, a couple hours north of me in northern Indiana, some trails I've been looking into, so I'm gonna do that. And probably within the next couple weeks, I'm gonna go out riding with a buddy, and I'm gonna try to record this. I've gone out a few times with some friends, people I've been friends with for years, and like, you know how guys are that have been friends forever. Some of the conversations aren't exactly YouTube appropriate. Plus, it's a little awkward trying to like talk to them and talk to the camera and stuff. But I think I'm gonna record it, and we may ride in the next city over. It is, quote unquote, one of the most dangerous towns in America. And that legit is true if you Google it. It's a small city, and it is a city that's falling apart. But I thought, hey, that would be a cool title for a video. So maybe look out for that over the next few weeks or a month or so. Just got to kind of get the time together where, they're not working and I either have the day off or we can do it on a nice day. The days are lasting much longer now, which is nice. So, I can get out here at 6:18 and get a ride in and not have been in darkness for 2 hours already. If I take this to the bike shop, it is definitely something that the mechanic there could probably fix it in 10 minutes. I'm positive all you got to do is adjust some of those cables. But, this bike shop is like, oh, leave it here. We'll get back to you. So it might be something if I take it there, I may not have it for a week, which is okay because it gives me more time on the Hey Bike Ranger. My favorite pace right here, guys, just 15, 16 miles an hour. Torque sensor, I just give it a little bit of leg. There's a lot of bouncing in the back. I may need to check the, I thought I did check it, but I may need to check the, in fact, let's do that real quick. The rack in the back, just to make sure that it was a little loose. I did tighten that too, but just out of curiosity. It's really loud. Maybe it is always that loud. I mean, those are some pretty gnarly. Oh, we moving like an old man. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it never did. I think it's this hitting, but I'm fairly confident that that's normal. All right, let's go back. Got a farmer dude out there doing his thing. It's that time of year. I was watching some of my videos from this time last year, in May of last year, and this was about the time where the farmers were getting out and you can see crops and stuff. So probably my favorite time of year to ride. Here we go, more bumps. Let's see if we can get that booms again. So we're gonna get this video out today. Again, this was just like me coming out on the Mokwheel Basalt 2.0 after 3 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever it is. Again, I thought it was a dream. Half asleep. Hey, let's go randomly move e-bikes when it's completely dark out and there's no lights and you're Man, why is this always happening? Is it still recording? Okay. Tell you what, this DJI mic it's taken a licking and it's kept on ticking. That's like the 7th time I've been riding a bike and I dropped it. So, I'm telling you, everything's cursed. This e-bike, the DJI mic, everything is just cursed. And there is a little bit of cosmetic damage on this, down on the fork. Same thing on the same thing on the hay bike. There's just, and in fact, I probably should ride that to see if it's okay. But I'm pretty confident there's nothing wrong with the hay bike. I think the Mokwheel pretty much absorbed all the damage. Besides a few cosmetic things on the hay bike, there's some scratches as well. So. The bike seems fine, just besides 6th gear, and you know, I don't think there's a real urgency to, I need to get it fixed. What I'll probably end up doing is maybe like, I just ran into that freaking thing right there. What I'll probably end up doing though is I got those replacement brakes for the Mokwheel when it was wrecked. They did buy a replacement because, as you recall, the right hand brake snapped in half. So they bought replacements for me pretty quickly, and I've had them for a while. I just really don't have a need to put them on because I can still use it. It's just, instead of having a whole thing to squeeze, I just got half of one. But what I'll probably do, just to save a trip, is I'll probably go ahead and take this bike to the shop and just say, hey, I'm pretty sure the derailleur needs adjusted. Do you have 3 minutes and 15 seconds of your time to do that? Oh, and by the way, here's the hay bike that you've had. Can you put these brakes on it? Before I do that though, the brakes they bought were not like exact replacements. So I don't want to feel like I'm downgrading the brakes, you know what I mean? So I may just like do some research, and if the brakes they got me are like not very good, I'll probably just out of pocket try to buy the regular brakes, because you know, if I can't have tires that aren't perfect, I want to make sure my brakes at least match. We'll see how it goes. But guys, we are 23 minutes into this ride. Later in the day, I apologize. It's not super sunny. It's not super energetic. I'm not out here doing backflips. I don't think I can do backflips anyways. I don't know what I'm talking about. But this was just give me a chance to get on the Basalt. I feel a little bit better again. I was worried. I'm just so frustrated when it comes to these e-bikes. Things seem to always happen, and hopefully they're done happening. And you know, we'll see how that goes. But as always, thank you guys for spending your time helping me waste my time. I may get a video tomorrow. I don't know what the weather's like, but otherwise probably expect a video sometime later in this week, and I'll see you in the next one.